Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. It's been a fun Saturday for myself. We had an Invest Success property tour in a class today. We had 10 people there with us. One was a visiting agent. She came as our guest to see what was going on with our program and how we teach our classes and stuff. And we had a good day. Last month, we did a property tour and we toured two houses, and one of the guys had been in the program for less than a month. He made an offer on the first house we toured, and he's closed on it since then, and he's already started his rehab project. Tomorrow, less than a month, we're going to have a class in his house where a rehab has already started. So that's a pretty fun day there. Today got even better. We toured two houses again, and we went to the first house. We spent quite a bit of time outside talking about the outside, how to evaluate the house, talking about the neighborhood, looking at all the different houses and looking at the siding and all the stuff to consider. And then we went inside and we went room for room as a group. Tim led the discussion. It's like, okay, what do you think about this room? What could you change? What would you do? We talked about tearing walls down, opening up a room, opening up an enclosed stairwell into an open stairwell with nice handrails and stuff like that. We went out back, looked at the backyard, looked at the plumbing, all the heating and stuff. We went from top to bottom, inside and out, kind of really picking the house apart. And then we kind of went back inside and gathered together and says, okay, what was the ARV that you came up with? Everybody, they shared their numbers. We all kind of agreed on a common number. Said, yep, that's realistic. It sounds good. And then we all started going through our rehab budgets. What did you have? What did you have? What did you have? And everybody had a little bit different rehab budget. But then once we started discussing those, we kind of all agreed on the profit margin for the property. We talked about the ARV, the list price, how long it had been on the market, if it had been any offers, if it had been lowered in price. We talked about all of that. We talked about the cost of money, talked about having insurance, all that stuff that goes into all those numbers to factor in. And then at the end of the discussion, the consensus was, hey, this is a deal. This is a good deal. And two students that joined, I think, in January, they joined in January, towards the end of January, and they made an offer on that house. So tour number one, contract for an offer. He actually did his ARV. He did his homework up front, like we've been talking to him about and showing him. He did the ARV up front. He kind of had in his mind from looking at the pictures what he was going to spend on the rehab budget. So we walked through the house and just confirmed that. By the time we got back to the living room and said, okay, what do you think? He goes, I've got a contract. I've already got a contract ready to go. So house number one, there's a contract for an offer. Hopefully he will have a word back on that in a day or two. And so that was a good day. So then we went on to house number two. We went again. This time what we do is Tim and I hold back and we let our students loose. It's like we'll give you about 15, 20 minutes to walk through the property, go top, bottom, look at all the stuff we looked at the other house. And then we'll gather together and we'll talk about and discuss what's the numbers are going to be. So again, we did that. We went in the basement, talked about, adding a bedroom, different things we would change. Again, opening up a kitchen, tearing out some walls, open up a staircase. So we had that discussion. And then, we talked again, the cost of the money, all the different carrying costs and everything. So it was like, okay, now, bottom line, deal or no deal. And after we all discussed it and we all kind of agreed, it's like, this is a deal. It's a good deal. So two of our students, I love this part, they were at our meeting, their first class 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, Monday will be 2 weeks ago. They signed up, they joined our program. Today they were on a property tour, and at the end of that house tour, they said, we're putting an offer in. And as a matter of fact, I told you an agent was at the tour with us as our guest. The agent is now their agent. They met with Tim, the two guys, the agent and Tim and I. We went and had lunch, kind of celebratory luncheon. And while sitting at their table, she drew up the contracts for her being their agent, and the contract for the offer. We helped them set up an LLC sitting at the table, talked about getting their EIN numbers, their bank account, and all that stuff. And now we're going to try to help them line up some good insurance people, some money people, funding, and hopefully they will get an offer or an answer back. Hopefully, I think the agent is asking for an answer by Sunday. So if everything goes right, our students in the program will have been in the program 2 weeks, and we'll have helped them find a house and close on it, and we'll be holding a class in one of their houses soon. The guy that we talked about that made the offer last month and secured the house, we're actually going to be holding class in his house Monday night for our normally scheduled class. So the agent was with us she said she was surprised, shocked, and overwhelmed that we moved so fast. She's like, I'm just coming to check this out, and here I am picking up 2 clients. I'm helping them purchase a house, and our 2 new students, when they signed up, because we're ready now. We're ready now. We want to get in this thing. We want to find a house. We want to get started. So in less than 2 weeks with us, they found a house. It's a deal, and they got an offer. And so having lunch, I'm like, well, what do you think? And they're like, happy, scared, a little mix of all kinds of things. He goes, we said we wanted to jump right in and find a deal right away, and poof, here it is. So it was a very successful day on the Invest Success Property Tours and class. I'm very excited for both sets of students. Hopefully they will both get a thumbs up on their offers, and they will be slinging hammers soon, and we'll be holding classes in their houses. So as I said, our next class is Monday night. If you'd like to come as our guest, first time is free. Just email my mentor, MyMentor, at invest-success.com, and we will shoot you the address and the time for the class. There's no obligation. You come as our guest. You sit through our regularly scheduled class. You'll hear everything our students hear, and then you'll have a chance to talk about the benefits and how to become a member of it. It's no obligation. We don't twist any arms. We don't take you in the back room and beat you up. Here's what we do. We're welcome to have you a part of it. If we're not right for you, no problem, no hard feelings. And sometimes we actually say, you're not the right fit for us. And so we want to make sure it's a fit for you and a fit for us, but we'd love to have you come check us out. My mentor at invest-success.com. Hope to see you in our next class. And also, we got the John Fisher's Breakfast Club coming up the second Saturday of March coming up. Oh my gosh, it's March almost. Second Saturday of March, John Fisher's Breakfast Club at 7 a.m. Be sure to get your Eventbrite ticket for that, and hope to see you there. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Peace out.